All right, welcome everybody. A little bit higher vibe music today. Did lots of EMOM work today. I think it just works the best for myself. Started off with 3 hang squat cleans. For those wondering, because you care about weight and everything, I just did 135. You can see too that I have some risers. That's why I call it hang. They're about 4 inches, I believe. So it's a 4 inch hang. So low hang. No, I didn't hold it over like some do, like where they pick it up slightly. So you're doing hang cleans where you've got some resistance there. Just trying to keep it close, keep the bar nice and close. I know I did because I popped a zit on my quad. That's why I'm checking. You can probably see it with this quick movement stuff. You can kind of see me looking and doing that. But pretty chill day today. I did get wrecked later on. You'll see, but this is the last set. I wanted to kind of work through this, chat through it. So I stopped here for a second because I wanted to make sure my back was nice and tight before I popped it up. Yes, it's very light, but I'm trying to get my hook grip back. So I haven't been hook gripping for a while, not sure why. I thought it'd help with my grip, so I've been really trying to position my thumbs, trying to get that really nice V set up with my hook grip because there is a specific way you need to hook grip. But that's it for that part. 6 sets, really chill. 135, on to the next thing. Next thing that we did was 4 pull-ups, 6 knee-ups, and 10 dumbbell front rack squat. So I just warmed up there. I just did a few pull-ups just before I began. So this is 10 sets, so 10 sets of each. I tried to speed up after this set, but my 4 strict pull-ups, focusing on getting my chin over the bar. So you can see here, chin over, all the way down. I know it looks like I'm not fully extended, but I am. I do have some elbow issues. I know people might roast me for that. But so I did 4, got off the bar just because grip as well as my calluses actually got better because I took some rest, which is actually bad for training because I just started to feel my calluses again. Strict knee ups. Again, my focus for this training cycle is going to be a lot of core work because GHDs I'm good after a certain number. It's usually about 50 to 75 in a workout. It's when I start really feeling it. I want to see if I can get to like 100 or 125 where I feel good still. I don't feel totally wrecked the next couple days because I don't know about you, GHD with DOMs is very real if you're doing more than 100 in a workout. So these front rack squats, just trying to get the position. I did 35 pounds, trying to get that position as best as I could where I really hold them high, really, really high because I do have pretty good shoulder strength. So if I have it that high, I can just rest them. So I'm not really putting a lot of tension in my arms to keep the dumbbells up because I know some people prefer where the dumbbell head is basically over your shoulder. I don't like that. Too much stress once you get to like 50 to 60 pounds for each dumbbell. So I got pretty good at keeping them up on my shoulders, like you see here. I know this is super fast, but I don't want to keep this and be like an hour and 15 minutes. I think it took me about an hour and a half to get through all this stuff today. I was kind of dragging. It's Saturday. Woke up at 5:30. Wife had to work at 9. Almost made an excuse though to not train today or do it after she got home, which if you know those with families, you don't train after 6:30 p.m. when she gets home. It's very, very hard to do that. But interestingly enough, tonight I had some buddies come over and we were practicing some L-sit to free handstand hold with some parallettes that I have. I have some parallettes in my gym, so I brought them out to the grass in case I ate it, which I did. I ate it quite a few times. But that's the nature of training. You just kind of make mistakes until you figure it out. So this last set, positioning myself, this was easy for me. This wasn't super hard. Trying to keep my knees in line with my toes. So you can kind of see my knees in line with my toes. I know you can't see my feet fully, but knees always in line with the toes, folks. Always get a deep squat too and bring those hips forward at the top, which is what I'm really focusing on here. I was getting through these in about, I think, 20 seconds. Next piece, EMOM. Nope, sorry, this is supplemental. I did supplemental because I knew I wouldn't do this unless I put it in the middle of the workout. So that's why you see it here. So 20 calories on the bike. I kept it between 416 and 459, I believe, for the wattage. I look at that. I don't look at RPMs. I know some folks like RPM. I like to look at actual wattage. I'm pretty good on the bike. So I think I got the first set, I did it in like 110. And then the last set, I did it in under a minute. I can usually keep between 20 to 22 calories under a minute for a few sets. I just wanted to see how it felt the last time I did it. I'm not going to show all 3 sets. I just wanted to show the first one. Everything else is sped up. If you guys continue to watch, I do show my entire workouts, just because if I don't, it's an accountability piece. So if this is your first time watching my videos, I do this because I want to make sure that I'm holding myself to a standard, that I'm doing everything that I program, not cutting corners. And the only way to do that is to get it on camera. Even with the speed ups, I do the sets, I do the reps. So there it is. I think it was 1:10. Down to ab mat sit-ups. This was really bad on my butt. I didn't really think about it. Having my butt on asphalt, but it is what it is. I did 20 of these. Focus again is my core, so lots of core each workout. Not super worried about legs quite yet, as my knee is still a little bit tender, but I'm still doing squats about 4 days a week, but very, very light right now. Just getting used to the feel again. Ab mat sit-ups is actually one of my favorite workouts, just because I'm not very good at them. You can kind of see my legs. My legs are pretty long, so I feel like it's a long way up for me. Don't know why. It's that mental stuff. So this is a hip halo. For those that don't have this, you should get one. Hip halos are a godsend. They're really good. You can see that I'm not pushing very far out, but it's still activating my hips like crazy. Mainly because this is a new hip halo. But the blue is like the lighter tension. I have a red one as well. I did this so much to warm up for squatting. If you need to warm up for your squats, I would use this thing. I would do side to sides like I'm doing, but I would also do squats as well while pushing your knees out. Using the hip halo, put it right above your knee. Just go back and forth. You can also do points. So I had a coach that called them pointers, where you point forward, point back, point to the side, da 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 da. So here it is. Get a sip of some electrolytes. Get back into it. Speeding through this. Last 30 seconds of this piece. Looking okay. I felt pretty good after this. I did get a good sweat going on the last piece, the last EMOM that I did. It's not going to always be EMOM work. Just right now, it's just getting familiar with the movements. That's the goal. So refamiliarizing, actually. Refamiliarizing with where I was. There it is. So last piece. Last piece is an EMOM 16. So I did 150-foot carry in different positions with a kettlebell. So for part 1, since my front hold was so bad on Monday, I was like, I need to work on this. So I did 50 feet with the kettlebell in front, put it down, do a little kettlebell snatch, did an overhead carry with my left hand, 50 feet, overhead carry with my right hand for 50 feet. I have some chalk. You can see it down there in the bottom left. I put some chalk down, marked out 50 feet. So 25 foot lengths, 50 feet total. And then just did this 4 times through. I was going to do 20 minutes, but I was almost about to get capped because this actually took me 50 seconds. The first one was 49 seconds, and I think the last one was like 54. It was crazy. I didn't think it'd take that long, but I guess I'm really slow right now. So next piece, 35 pounds, devil's press, everybody's favorite. Devil's press. So I started with 5, and then I went 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, so 4 sets up to 8 here. And to make it even worse, I did burpees later. So I did 5, 6, 7, 8 with this, and then I did 10, 12, 14, 16 with burpee, like line burpees, so line facing burpees. This caught up really quick to be transparent, I felt a lot fitter about 3 months ago. I did one very similar to this for 30 minutes, and it felt really good. I didn't have increasing speed or anything like that, or I don't know how to say it. Increasing reps. I didn't have increasing reps. I think I did 7 devil's press and then 15 burpees for 30 minutes. And that felt really good. This did not. This felt really terrible. So I kept the shuttles really slow. I think I did 5 in like 45 seconds. It was crazy. And I'm a runner, so my runs are pretty good. But I tried to go really slow just to conserve as much as I could for like the burpees, the higher intensity stuff. Burpees I'm good with under 50 total. But once I break over 50, it gets really tough for me. I kind of lose my form. I lose my focus. Devil's press, nobody likes. But I did find a secret when you do a devil's press is you keep the dumbbells really close. It's not a secret. You should know that. But if you keep the dumbbells really close and just press as close to your body overhead as possible, it's a lot easier. I'm going to be doing a lot of devil's press because I need to work on them. So you'll see, hopefully, if you stick around for the next couple months, you'll see me doing 50s with this workout. I'm going to revisit this with heavier weights probably in about 6 weeks to see where I'm at. I'll look back on this. I'm going to retest a lot of these workouts a few weeks down. I couldn't for the life of me figure this out. You see that? I just totally cheated, but I couldn't figure it out because I haven't done line facing burpees in so long. I saw it in the games. That's why I was like, oh, I'll try them out. But I could not. First couple, I was like, why is it so hard for me to rotate my body and keep my body low right now? I don't know. But there it is. Just a lot of burpees today. So actually, I mean, if you count devil's press as a burpee, that's what? Let's do a little bit of math here. Probably close to 75 burpees today on top of everything else that I did with no food. I'm not a eater of food before, so I just had my electrolytes and that's it, and I kind of got into it. So there it is. That's the day. If you like what you see, then continue to like and follow, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.